Alright, okay. So you all open you punya notebook Jupyter notebook. So we continue our lesson. Sekejap ikut sekejap. Okay, so I share my screen. Alamak, orang buat apa ni? Okay, sekejap. Okay, so last week, not last week, this week, we already learned about lists, tuples, sets, and dictionary. So today we are going to continue topic 16. Okay, if else. Okay, are you ready, class?
Yes.
Okay, semua dah buka semua dah buka Jupyter notebook. Right, topic 16, Python if else is a Python condition and if statement. So Python support the usual logical condition from mathematics. So we have equal, you have to put equal sign double, not equal, put exclamation marks, and also equal, less than or equal, greater than or equal, equal to. This condition can be used in several ways, most commonly in if statement or maybe dalam in loops. Okay, an if statement is written using keyword if. Okay, example here you have if statement A equal to 33, B equal to 200. If B greater than A, then print B is greater than A. Okay, so example here you can see that A is 330, B 200. If B greater than A, then print B is greater than A. So when you run, there's nothing happen. Why?
Kalau aku cancel, dia tak ada sampai 26 bulan.
Why class?
Cantik.
It's not print anything.
Tak pagi tadi kan. Memang ada waktu eco sebenarnya, tapi dia dah tukar Isnin yang malam tu.
B is not greater than A.
Sebab
Baik Syam, ibu menjawab soalan Mat.
sebab tak true medium, false. Sebab tu.
Very good. Okay. So you nampak kat sini kan. In this example, we use two variable A and B which are used as part of the if statement to
Aku ada
test
kelas
whether
eco
B is
patutnya
greater
pagi, tapi
than
dia kan dah tukar
A.
Isnin.
A is 33 and B
Tu,
is 200.
apa,
We know that 200 is
memang macam tak ada
greater
lah kan.
than
Lepas tu pukul
33,
10
so
ada
we
kelas.
print that
Lepas
B
tu
is
pagi
greater
tadi
than A.
lecturer
Kat
eco
sini saya
cakap
tambah kosong
pagi dia tak ada
sebenarnya.
kelas
Sebenarnya is
Pasal aku ingatkan
33.
yang
If
pukul 10 tak ada kelas.
33,
Aku
when
tidur
you
je.
run, so you dapat lah kan, B is greater than A. If you put 330,
Lecturer eco yang suka buat hal
so
Mat.
it false, then it will not, it print nothing.
Lepas tu dengan
Okay,
Jamboard tak pandai
indentation.
pakai, boleh pening.
Indentation,
Nak explain,
sorry.
macam ni,
Indentation,
macam
Python relies on indentation, which is white space at the beginning of the line to define
Sekedar satu.
scope in the code.
Yalah, ini tak masuk kelas
Okay, ni
apa.
kita tengok masa first chapter.
Petang ada kelas.
Indentation is really, really important. Other programming languages often
Tak
use
apa,
curly bracket for
masalah
these
kan,
purposes.
ada budak
Okay,
kelas aku
example,
tanya
if statement
dia, member
without
dia dekat lelaki yang
indentation,
lain
we raise an error.
berapa kali
Example
hour.
here you
Tak
have,
sama Mat.
okay, I put print here, A
Macam
33,
aku
B 200,
24
if B
tau, ada 8
greater
subjek.
than A, then print B is greater than A. Then you run,
Yang Pio Bayu juga kan,
it will give
dia
you
tak
an
ambil
error.
CTU dengan
You
Bayu
have to
464.
put
Aku ada
indent.
babi siap. Aku macam
Okay,
serius lah.
one space. Put white space in front of the statement. So when you run,
Ya
you
tu,
get B is greater than A.
aku tak faham Mat.
Okay. Okay, elif. Elif keyword is Python way of saying if the previous condition were not true, then try this condition. Dia macam else sebenarnya kan? Tapi dia put elif. if A, for example here,
Aku pun apa
A
lagi
is
kemah ke dia
33.
main-main.
Jangan buat sama kan. Okay. A 33, B 330 for example. If B greater than A, tak boleh ni.
Kau elak
Tepuk A A 330.
Aku
Class, can
tak
you see
bising.
me?
Jom minggu ni busy mat. Aku
Yes,
waktu pagi tu buat assignment dulu.
Oh, dia buat 33 sebab
Tak
equal
adalah
bawah ni.
banyak
Alright,
pun,
okay.
tapi boleh je
So,
siap kan.
if B greater than A, then print B is greater than A.
Akan masa
Okay.
lah. Pagi tu buat assignment, malam main roll.
Elif
Tak susah.
A
Lawan,
equal
aku
with
lawan
B,
Tiana
and then
ambil je,
print A
What
and
the fuck?
equal are A and B are equal. So you run,
Okay, Ana
you
tahu
get
dah.
A and B are equal.
Tahu
Sebab dia
dah.
sama 33.
Tahu
Kalau you
dah nak
put
makan apa.
like, what happen if you put A is the 330? Tak ada lah kan? Kat sini tak ada kan? Tapi kalau if you put B 330, run, you get B is greater than A. If the same, A and B are equal. Okay. In this example, A is equal to B, so the first condition is not true. But the Elif condition is true, so we print to screen that A and B are equal. Dia macam else sebenarnya. Tapi dia else ada juga kat sini. Okay. So the else keyword catches anything which is not caught by the preceding condition. Lain daripada condition tu. Example, A 200, B 33. If B greater than A, print B is greater than A. Elif A equal with B, and then print A and B are equal. Else A is greater than B. Okay. So example here, when you run, so you get A is greater than B. In this example, A is greater than B. So the first condition is not true because B is smaller than A. Also, Elif condition is not true. It's not equal.
Kalau aku menang game ni, lepas tu menang lagi satu game,
So we go to the else
InsyaAllah
condition and print that A is greater than B. We can also have else without an Elif. Okay, kalau you tak nak guna Elif, you can just use else. Ni common, biasa kita guna else. If, normally if and if then and then else. Okay. Shorthand if. If you have only one statement to execute, you can put it on the same line as the if statement. Example, one line if statement. If A greater than B, print A is greater than B in one line.
Dah kelakar mat.
Like this one.
Aku buka
Okay.
laptop aku
Shorthand
masuk kelas
if
tiba aku
else.
support.
Okay, you have A equal to 2, B 330, print A if A greater than B, else print B. Okay, in one line. So you get B. The technique is known as ternary operator or conditional expression. Okay, you can also have multiple else statement on the same line. Okay, example here. Variable tu kita declare tak satu line lah kan. Tapi statement yang kita nak buat tu, the print statement, if A, print A if A greater than B, else print equal, if A equal, else print B. Okay, this one. Then you run. You get equal. N. N keyword is a logical operator and used to combine conditional statement. Example here you have, if A is greater than B and if C is greater than A. A, B, C. A greater than B and C greater than A. Both conditions are true. Okay. Or logical operator used to combine conditional statement. You tahu kan or if or dengan N ni kan? Dia punya logical operators dia tu.
Tak, PC dia tak payah
Tahu,
dedicated
madam.
circuit pun kan.
Tahu
Macam
kan? Okay. Tak payah tak ajar lah. You faham lah kan? N. Kalau N dengan N is N. Okay, macam true, false. Kan? Macam tu tahu kan? True is
Tahu,
true,
madam.
true false is false. Kan? N tu kan? N dengan O
tak,
tahu
maksud
kan?
aku dia tak payah dedicated circuit
Alright.
macam
Okay.
peti ais,
Nested if.
microwave pun.
You
Boleh
can
je
have
pakai
if statement inside if
tutup apa
statement
plug banyak-banyak.
that is called nested.
Extension
Nested if
tu.
statement. Example here, x equal to 41. If x more than
Aku tak
10,
tahu lah nak beli
print
earphone ke,
above 10.
earphone extender ke macam mana.
If x more than 20,
Maybe beli
then
earphone
also
extender dulu.
above 20. F not above 20. Okay, dalam if ada if. If bukan
Aku
if. Lepas tu dia ada else.
pasal aku malas saya nak pakai
Panggil
headphone.
nested.
Besar babi.
Okay, above 10 and also above 20. Okay. Past statement. Okay, what is a past statement? If statement cannot be empty. You tak boleh ada if, lepas tu tak ada apa-apa statement. Okay, if you want it for some reason, if statement with no content, put past statement. Example here, A equal to 33, B 200. If B greater than A, then you tak tahu nak buat apa kan. So you put past statement. Okay, so dia takkan error. If you don't put past, dia akan error. Dia tak habis. Okay. Normally kita akan buat lah if something, if condition and then what is the action. So kalau kat sini tak ada, you kena letak pass lah. Right? Pass baru dia tak error. Okay. So example here, print hello world if A is greater than B. So A 50, B 10. If A equal to B, then print hello world. Okay. Any questions about if statement? Do you understand, class?
Yes, madam.
Yes,
Betul.
yes, understand.
Okay, good. Can we proceed to another topics?
Yes.
Betul. Can,
Okay.
madam, can.
Alright. So the next topic is loop. Topic 17. Okay, loop has Python while loops. Okay, loops have two primitive loop. Normally we use for loops. Okay, but we also have while loops. Okay, this is while loops. While loops, we can execute a set of statements as long as a condition is true. Example, print I as long as it less than 6. Okay, so you run this one, you akan dapat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Less than 6, okay? Not including 6. Remember to increment I or else the loop will continue forever. Kalau you tak buat increment ni, nanti dia akan continue, tak berhenti The while loop require relevant variable to be ready. In this example, we need to define an index variable I, which we set to 1. Okay, and then break statement. With the break statement, we can stop the loop even if the while condition is true. Okay, example here you have exit the loop when I is 3. Okay, so I is equal to 1 while I less than 6, print I. So when you print I ni dia akan print lah, dia akan loop If I equal to 3 then break. Then I increment plus equal 1. Okay, so dia akan print sampai 1 to 3. Okay, because it's break of if they see I equal to 3. Then continue statement. The continue statement, we can stop the current iteration and continue the next. Example, continue to the next iteration if I is 3. So I equal to 0 while I less than 6. I plus equal 1 if I equal to 3, continue and then print I. Okay. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, dia dah increment, lepas tu dia continue. Dia tengok equal and then still continue. Then dia print. Okay. And then else statement, with the else statement, we can run a block of code once when the condition no longer true. Okay, so we have I equal to 1 while I less than 6, print I, and then I plus equal 1. Okay, increment, else print I is no longer less than 6. Okay, so what will the output? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then bila dah cukup kan, after this one is false, then they go to else, print I is no longer less than 6. Okay, any questions? Only that for while loops.
No question.
Any question? Boleh? Alright, okay. So kat bawah ni tahu nak isi apa? Print I equal to 1 while I, okay, I less than 6, and then print I, and then I increment. Okay, let's look one more on for loops. Okay, Python for loops. A for loop is used for iterating over a sequence that is either a list, tuple, dictionary, set, or a string. Okay, because you want to access the item in the array. The array can be a list, tuple, dictionary, set, and string. Okay, normally we use for loops. Okay, this is less like the for keyword in other programming languages and works more like an iterator method as found in object-oriented programming languages. Okay, with the for loop, we can execute a set of statement, one of each item in a list, tuple, and set, or etc. Okay, example, print each fruit in a fruit list. So you have fruit, apple, banana, cherry, X in fruit, for X in fruit, and then print X. So it will print apple, banana, cherry. The for loop does not require an indexing variable to set beforehand. Okay, looping through a string. Even string are iterable object, they can contain a sequence of character. Loop through the letter in the word banana. Okay, for X in banana, print X. So they can print banana. Right, loop through a string. This one is a string. Break statement. When the break statement, we can stop the loop before it has looped through all the item. Example, you want to exit when X is banana. You have the list apple, banana, cherry. For X in fruit, print X. If X equal to banana, and then you break. It need to combine with if statement. Okay. So here it will print only apple and banana, not cherry, because it's already break. Okay. Exit the loop when X is banana, but this time the break comes before the print. Okay, example here, you have X in fruit, X equal to banana, break and then print. So, banana dia print ke tak? Class. Class.
Tak, Adam. Dia break. Sebab dia dah break lah. Dah keluar dulu.
Dah keluar, so dia print apple saja. Okay, pandai pun awak. So, awak dah run dulu. With the continue statement, we can stop the current iteration of the loop and continue with the next. So, do not print banana. So, you have fruits, apple, cherry, apple, banana, cherry, X in fruit, X equal to banana, and then continue. So print X. So dia akan print apple dengan cherry sahajalah. Sebab dia nak, dia continue, dia tak nak print banana. Okay. And then range function. To loop through a set of code a specified number of times, we can use a range function. The range function returns a sequence of numbers starting from 0 by default and increment by 1 by default and end at a specified number. Example, using the range function for X in range 6, print X. So that I can print 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, the range function default to 0 as a starting value. However, it is possible to specify the starting value by adding a parameter. Example, you put range from 2 to 6, which means value from 2 to 6, not including 6. Okay, if you want 6, you have to put 2, 7. Okay, now 2 to 6. So it will print 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, not including 6. If you want 6, you have to put 7. Range 2 to 7. The range function default to increment by sequence, the sequence by 1. However, it's possible to specify an increment value by adding a third parameter. Okay, example, range 2 to 30. Okay, increment by 3. Kalau you tak buat third parameter, it by default is 1. Now you put 3. So when you print here, it's only print 2 and then 3. 2 plus 3, 5. 5 plus 3, 8. Okay, 8 plus 3, 11 until 30. Okay. Else in for loops. Okay, the else keyword in for loop specify a block of code to be executed when the loop is finished. Print all number from 0 to 5 and print a message when the loop has ended. Example, for x in range 6, print x. Finally, else print finally finish. Okay, it will run until range 5. Okay, until 5. And then print finally finish. Okay, nested loop. A nested loop is a loop inside loop. Okay, similar to nested if tadi kan. And the inner loop will be executed one time for each iteration of the outer loop. Example, print each adjective for every fruit. You have adjective, okay, the list, red, big, tasty, and then the fruit, apple, banana, cherry. For X in adjective, H, okay, for Y in fruits, and then print X, Y. So that can print red banana, red apple, red banana, red cherry. And then big apple, big banana, big cherry, tasty apple, tasty banana, tasty cherry. Okay. This one is nested loop. Nested for loops. And then pass statement, for loop cannot be empty, similar to if statement. If you want to have for some reason for loop with no content, you have to put pass statement. Okay, pass statement to avoid getting error. Example here you have for X. Then you put pass, you run, so there's no error. Okay, and then look through the item in the fruit list. Okay, for X in fruits and then print X. The answer. Okay, any questions for this one for loops?
So far, madam.
Okay, madam.
So far okay. Alright. Okay. So I think itu sahaja untuk hari ni. Dah pukul apa dah? Oh, 4:30. 4:40. Okay. So next week, so you are going to continue another 2 topics. Tapi sebenarnya topik ni ada lagi. Saya belum dapat notes dia lagi. I will share with you. Semua orang ada notes ni kan? Topik 18 kan?
Ada geras madam.
Until 20 kan?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Madam.
So I will add more topics later. Saya kena tunggu daripada Sir Razif. We are going to learn until topic 20 and then maybe next class nanti saya discuss dengan awak. Maybe kita tak buat kelas, saya bagi you exercise. Okay? Alright? Kita mana buat exercise kan? Kita mana buat exercise kan? Untuk programming kena banyak exercise kan? Tak apa, nanti kita bagi next week. Okay? Any questions? Anything else you want to ask? You want to add? Okay. Alright.
Rakan-rakan,
So I think that's all for today. I'll see you next week, class.
kalau
Thank you very much.
Yo.
Okay,
And
madam.
Okay, selamat berbuka puasa sekali lagi.
Selamat buka
Selamat
puasa,
buka,
madam.
Kau selamat buka
Bye,
ya.
jumpa lagi dah.
Awal.
Wow.
Thank you, madam. Selamat berbuka, madam.
Korang tengah buat apa tu?
Aku baru bangun tidur.